So you want to use your creative skills to make some money, maybe even build a career, but what is it really like? Here are some of the things that I've learned along the way. Hey, welcome back. My name is Nazerene, and this channel is all about using your skills to become a creative entrepreneur. So I've been a self-employed actress, singer and dancer for the past 7 years. If you want to know a bit about what I've done and my experience, then check out this video. So here are some of the lessons that I've learned. My first lesson is to treat it like a business. I know it can feel awkward sometimes when you're selling your skills and it just feels like something that you like doing, but you really need to change your mindset. You can't expect other people to respect what you do if you don't even respect yourself. #truth. And the best way to do that is to treat this business venture as a proper business and to get set up as self-employed with HMRC if you're really serious about doing this. Now you can test the waters, see if any money is coming in. And I think there's some requirements on the government website about when you should set up. I think if you're earning more than £1,000, then you should do that, because if you don't, that's called tax evasion, and we're not about that kind of life. My third tip is to be on top of your finances. Look at your overheads, look what's coming in, what's going out, your business expenses. The number one reason most businesses fail within the first year is because of cash flow, the money that's coming out and the money that's coming in. When you're not earning money, it can really stifle your creativity. So finances are such a big part of being self-employed. So have an emergency fund of available cash that you can easily access. Roughly add up your overheads, your subscriptions, things you need to pay for, so that whatever happens in that year, you know you can continue to provide the services that you need to. For me as an actor, I know I needed to pay for Spotlight. That's where all the castings are. I needed to pay my equity subscription, which is the Actors Union, and just have cash available for auditions and recalls, because the train is expensive. So you need to have a pot of money for that. So that's what I knew that I needed. So think about what it is that you need to run your business and to operate whatever happens, whatever income you get or not, that you can pay for those things so you don't get into trouble. Another point with finances is your expenses, your business expenses. Find a way to keep track of all the things that you've purchased in relation to your business. And there's lots of different methods for this, but you need to find a way that's easy for you. And I personally don't suggest waiting until January to get it all done, because it's a whole heap of stress and the deadline is January the 31st. So just don't do that. Again, with the money, another thing is put money away for tax so it does not sting you at the end of the year, because trust me, it is not nice. A good rule of thumb is to put 20% away for every job that you do so that you can have that ready to pay at the end of the year. And if you don't pay all that tax because you earn under the threshold or whatever, then you can use it as a buffer for the next year, or even invest in some equipment or training to improve your product or service so that your business can be the best that it can be. Another thing I've learned is that you don't have to be the best. I think that hamstrings a lot of people. Of course, you should always strive to be the best that you can be, but I think it can really stop a lot of people. We can look at that person or this person over there and go, oh, they're so much better. They've done this and I haven't. So what? Everybody's got to start somewhere. Now, you don't have to be the best, but you do have to be good, okay? You have to really assess where you're at in relation to others. And it's not about the point I was saying before in terms of, oh, they're so good, I'm so rubbish. It's, okay, look, they're doing that. Can I hold my own? If you can do even half of what they can do, then shoot, you're employable. So don't let what other people can do stop you from doing what you can do, if that makes sense. So you have to be good in some way. You can't charge money for something that isn't going to be good value for the customer. So think about what it is when you're charging people for your services. Make sure that you can deliver the thing that you're saying that you can deliver. The next point is to make a portfolio and keep it up to date. The best thing you can do is show what you can do, especially in the creative industries. You need to show people what it is that your skill set is and the level that you're at. For me, that was having a show reel, showing this is me singing, this is me dancing. I need to show casting directors that so that they have confidence when they bring me in for an audition, that they know what they're going to get. Their reputation's on the line. So make sure that you give them the best foot forward in actually giving you a job opportunity. So think about what it is that can showcase your work. If you're a filmmaker, make some short films and put it on a website so that people can see. If you're a graphic designer, design some stuff and put it up so people can see. If you're into calligraphy, take some photographs of stuff that you do. And it doesn't matter if you don't have a paid job. I think sometimes that can stop us, like, oh, but what do? Girl, make opportunities for yourself. If you're a dancer, Go and get someone to film you in an empty studio. All you need to do is show what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's a paid job or not. Heck, even go outside. I've done that before. Give people confidence so they can want to book you. This isn't the 1950s of like, just give me a chance, please. Listen, we're not in that. So you need to give people confidence so they can book you. And linked onto that is keep your portfolio up to date. I've had a few instances where people have asked for links to my website, and when I've been at a speaking engagement or speaking on a panel or something like that, and my website has been out of date, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I should send it because I've not got quite a few years of things I've not put on there. But they're asking me, oh, can I have these links to direct people to? And so then I've had to scramble around and update it just so that when people do look, they're actually getting the best representation of you. So remember that anytime someone can be looking at your work, so make sure that it represents you in the best way. Next lesson learned from being an entrepreneur is have a side hustle or a part-time job to help support you. And it's even better if it's in the sector that you work in. For me, I used to teach dance in primary schools, and that was really good for me because it kept me fit, kept me in shape, so that if I had an audition that, it wasn't a tricky situation. And I enjoyed it because it was dance and I love dancing. So the key is find something that is flexible that you can pick up or drop if you need to at a last moment's notice. For me, 0 hours jobs worked for me. Obviously, that's not for everyone. You might want a bit more security, but find what works for you. But have something that provides some financial income so it doesn't put pressure on you as a creative to come up with stuff, because that can really stifle your creativity. The next lesson is to do things that are outside of the job that you do. It can help to inspire you and not make you feel like you're on this constant hamster wheel that's only in your job and that's the only thing that you can ever do. Hang out with different people, go to different settings, and not only is this going to make you a more well-rounded person, but you'll have multiple real-life experience to draw on when it comes to creating your work. I think there's this perception that you have to be 1000% only about your line of work, and it's just not healthy. A really important lesson I've learned is to have an answer, a rehearsed answer for the specific question of, so what do you do? When you meet someone, a question that is always asked is, what do you do? And if you've not thought about it, it can easily turn into this ramble of, so like I'm a actress, kind of like work in theatre and like our film. And then the response is just going to be, well, okay, good luck with that. But if you say to people, I'm a professional actress and I work in TV, film and theatre, then the response is going to be so much different. So the key is just to answer with confidence, especially in the performance industry when you are the brand, when people look at you, you're the business. So the key is to answer with confidence. If you're resting or taking a break, you need to share that with everybody. Just find what it is that you're doing. Oh, I teach dance at the moment. Have an answer ready so that it doesn't catch you off guard and you can speak with confidence when people ask you what it is that you do. And the last lesson is to remember it is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It might take a good couple of years before you see any results. So make sure you just really go for it and try not to chuck the towel in too early. It takes time to build up reputation for being reliable, for being excellent at what you do, for building up rapport with people in the industry. And just think about it. Huge successful companies, they aren't successful overnight or even in a matter of months. It takes time. So take small steps and just take the next best step available to you. So those are the lessons that I've learned from being a creative entrepreneur for the past couple of years. I hope that was really helpful. See you in the next one.